Wolves and Leeds. I feel like Wolves and Leeds play 7 times already this season.
They haven't.
That's just how I feel. It's like when I saw it, I was like, are these two teams playing again? Like
they played on these are the reverse fixtures of opening weekend. Yep.
I know.
Reverse. Did they play in the FA Cup?
No.
It's just something in my head. It's just one of those things, kind of like.
Oh, they did. They played in the EFL Cup.
Oh, there we go.
There
you go. Maybe that's what it is. Wolves is plus 125 at home. Leeds plus 240. Traveling to the Molineux. The draw is plus 220. I mean, every match when you're in a relegation battle is must win or huge, I guess you can say. This one feels really big for Wolves. I mean, it's big obviously for both sides, but I think if Wolves can get 3 points here, you get that separation needed to go into an international break with perhaps like a 6-point gap between you and the drop zone, depending how other results shake out. So a huge contest here for Wolverhampton. It is a 6-pointer. I would lean towards Leeds. I don't think the number's there. I just don't trust this team. But Anthony, you blindly bet them every week. So tell us why you're on the Peacocks this time.
Yeah, it's like the shit, here we go again meme. I actually think this is a pretty low event match, given the defensive profile for Leeds, kind of pressing Wolves and not conceding a ton. If you go back to the first match, Wolves created less than 1 expected goal in that match. So did Leeds. Leeds ultimately break through late to win that, turned it 2-1. I think their biggest problem for Leeds has been, I mean, we've talked about this, is they concede too many big chances when they overcommit or make a mistake, but Wolves don't create any of those. Like, that's the thing. Wolves aren't really an attack that's going to punish you when you give the ball away high. Like, Wolves are not forcing any high turnovers to begin with. They're 18th in high turnovers forced. They're dead last in big scoring chances created. They shoot a ton from outside the box. And I don't think that's great against this Leeds team where you have to punish them with that. You're not going to get a ton of shot volume against Leeds. And so I have the better field tilt team, the better expected threat, the better team overall. They're much more trustworthy attack. And Harrison and Bamford, both back and playing, I think is improvement for this forward line that has struggled. They just went toe-to-toe with Brighton, and it was a very even game. And I was impressed by them. They conceded over 1.5 expected goals, but they produced it themselves. And I think that they're the better team here. So I'm going to take the quarter goal on the Peacocks in this matchup.
One thing that was impressive in that match is obviously Brighton loves to bait you into pressing, and Leeds didn't do that. They just honestly sat in a very compact defensive shape, and they didn't buy into what Brighton wanted them to do. It wasn't the Jesse Marsch, let's just fly high and press and whatever happens and let Brighton get in behind. No, it was actually a very good structured defensive performance. So if they can do something similar like that with Wolves, who obviously is one of the more dominant, like not dominant, but holds a ton of possession in their own half of the pitch. I mean, they have the second most touches in the Premier League in their own defensive third. It's troublesome how Wolves is actually going to break them down. So I do agree with Anthony. I might end up on Anthony's Leeds here by match time.